Switch on the camera, yeah, nice ball, Owen. Give it up, Ollie, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going!
Hello.
Hello.
I'm also from Wolverhampton. Now, I'm not suggesting it's rough, but they've just put 20 Afghan asylum seekers in a hotel in town. They've escaped the Taliban, crossed 11 countries to get here, walked over deserts, been in the back of the lorries. They've only been there 2 nights and they asked if they could be moved to another town. I said we've no business scared in our lives. This is a bigger shithole than Kabul. 11 days and nights they had to wait on a French beach in front of a dinghy across the channel. If they think that's bad, wait till they have to try and get a GP appointment. We're a lot more reserved than Americans, aren't we? They're so loud and over the top, they go on your tits. I was in Florida recently and I went into this beach bar and I plonked myself on a stool next to this big fat loud American. And he turned to me, he says, "How's it going, man?" I says, "All right." "Not so bad. Could be worse. How are you enjoying this beautiful weather and not a cloud in the sky?" "At least it's dry." "The rain held up." "Are you from England?" "Yeah." "Well, what city are you from?" I said, "Wolverhampton." "Wolverhampton? I don't think I've heard of that. Is that near London?" "No." "Well, what state's in it, man?" I said, "It's in the right fucking state." I was watching a documentary on Mars the other night. I wasn't on Mars, I was at home, but the documentary was on Mars. And I discovered they've been looking for water up there for the last 50, 60 years. They've sent up probes and rovers and all sorts of gadgets. They can't find any anywhere. Send me up there with a set of golf clubs, I'll soon fucking find some. I was trying to open an account online the other day and it got to the bit where you had to create a password. So I put in chicken. It said password invalid, please re-enter using at least 1 capital. So I put it in again, but this time I put chicken Kiev. I've got a female friend and she's a teacher. I was talking to her the other day. And she was telling me she's got a 7-year-old girl in a class who decided she wants to identify as a cat. She said, "I haven't got a clue what to do," so I went to see the headmaster to ask his advice. He says, "Well, to be on the safe side, what I'd like you to do, when she comes in the classroom, I'd like you to meow and put a saucer of milk down for her." She said, I couldn't believe what he was saying. She said, "If you were me, what would you do in my position?" I says, "Well, if it was down to me, I'd identify as a dog and bite the little fucker." Hydration break. As well as this nonsense, I do a bit of taxi driving in my spare time. And it's not until you're in a confined space with elderly people you suddenly realise how much shit that's all. I picked an old dear up from a care home the other day, and she got in the car. I said, "Have you been visiting?" "Big mistake." She says, "Well, I've been visiting my husband, he's got dementia. Terrible disease, he don't recognise me half the time, but I don't think I'm that far behind myself." I went to the opticians on Thursday for an appointment, and when I got there, they said I should have come on Tuesday. I was 2 days too late, so I went out on the bus, fell asleep on the bus, woke up at the bus station. I thought, while I'm in town, I might as well go into Boots and get some Senecot. I've got terrible constipation at the moment. "Love, would you mind dropping me off at Tesco's? I've got to go in and get some euros. I'm going to Spain next week to see my nephew. He's an Elvis impersonator in Benidorm. He's in the right state at the moment. He was living with his girlfriend, but has left him and run off with the Frank Sinatra tribute act." I Oh, well, for fuck's sake, I only asked you if I've been visiting. Having said that, there's nothing good to be said for getting old, is there? If I wake up now and I don't ache, I think I'm dead. It was my birthday last week, and my daughter said, "What shall I get you?" I said, "I don't want anything, don't need anything." She said, "I've got to get you something." I said, "Well, you know, I love Switzerland. I used to go skiing there. I've been to Zurich, Geneva, beautiful country, spotlessly clean. Just get me something that reminds me of Switzerland." So she got me an assisted suicide information Last one, Chris, last one. There's a girl lives over the road from me. She's about 35, absolutely gorgeous looking girl. And I've never seen her with a bloke. And the other Friday night she came over and knocked my door. I opened the door and says, "Can I help you?" She says, "I feel like getting drunk, dancing and making love." She said, "Are you doing anything tonight?" I said, No, absolutely, look at me. Oh, she said, "That's great. Will you let me dog out at about 9 o'clock?" I do believe that's it.
All right, time for Paul. Let's do it! That intro has been Comedy Tapas. It's on again at some stage in the future.